Have you ever just wanted to see the world from the top and get a view from above, leaving all of your hard work behind you to stand on a mountain of success? Success that you've built by your own time, your own means, and by your own self. Well, I have, and it's very frustrating wanting that view, but not being anywhere close. What's up? It's Fitz, and after making content for about 8 years, I've developed this sense of restlessness to succeed more than I ever have before. On one hand, it's good, you know, because it makes me want to work that much harder. But on the other hand, it makes every failure feel that much more suffocating, as each one calls back to the fact that I'm not exactly where I want to be. But there's got to be another way, right? A way that I could see that view from all the way above without bashing my head into a wall in pursuit of it. And then on one day, I got all of my questions answered. And it all started when I woke up to get a call from Adventure.
I ain't gonna lie, bro, but you need to go touch some grass. Like, for real, you've been in the crib all day, and you probably still in bed wearing that same musty Akatsuki cloak. You can either do something with yourself, or you can go take a freaking hike.
Adventure was right. I did need to take a hike. And what better place to go to? The Griffith Firebreak Trail. I figured that if I could get to the top of it by sundown, I'd be able to take in a view that I would be proud of. A view that I worked hard for on my own, by myself, with my own strength. But just as I was about to leave the apartment, my roommate Sid had highly recommended I grab a jacket because it was probably gonna get cold. He also referred me to a couple of items I might need for the course of my journey. But what does he know? Anyway, I thought that it might be a pretty good idea for me to grab a jacket in case it got cold. I also thought that I should probably stop by Target to grab a couple of items I might need for my journey. The first item I grabbed was a Cliff energy bar. I grabbed another one just in case.
Sometimes I'll be getting hungry.
Next item I grabbed was a smart water. Gotta stay hydrated, gotta stay smart, enough said. The last and final item that I needed was the Gatorade, but, where's the Gatorade?
Can you help me find where the Gatorade's at? Okay, cool.
Now that I got all the items that I needed to, the time was now for me to get on with my journey on my own, by myself, and up that trail. But you know, I had to get to the trail first, and I don't have a car, so I had to call an Uber.
So, how long have you been doing Uber?
After engaging in what felt like hours of riveting conversation with the Uber driver, I finally made it to my destination. Stepping out of the Uber, I was excited to take on a new challenge. One where I would get up that mountain on my own and by my— Wait, where does the trail start? Maybe here, but like, I don't even know where that is. Wait, where am I? Wait, oh my gosh, I don't know. And I don't have any Wi-Fi to look it up either.
How do I get to the top of a trail if I don't even know where the bottom of it starts?
That's right, everyone. Before I even set foot on the trail, I was already lost. Not to mention, with the sun already coming down, I was beginning to lose hope that I would ever even see the view that I wanted to that day. I thought about turning back, but by almost divine means of intervention, something very interesting happened.
Excuse me, sir. Quick question. Would you happen to know where the Firebreak Trail starts? You look like you're on your way on a hike.
Yeah, I am, brother. I am. When you want to come with me, welcome.
Wait, I can come with you?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean,
dude, that sounds awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess my solo adventure wasn't going to be so solo after all, because much like the Old Testament, I was blessed to have an old Jewish man guide me up a mountain. His name was Moshe. And luckily for me, he was very interested in getting to know about the internet.
Yeah.
Can you send pictures from this?
Yes, Moshe. Yes, you can. But I also wondered why he was out walking alone, just like me. Do you have any friends out here?
Brother, in Los Angeles, friends, it's a rare commodity.
Oh, really? But despite his statements, he himself was quite the friendly guy. A friendly guy with a ton of experience.
So how long have you said you've been walking these trails for?
15 to 20 years.
15 to 20 years?
Yeah.
Take a look around?
Take a look around, enjoy. If you put your hand over your eyes, you see the dome.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
You picked a beautiful day. Just to hike anywhere is good, brother. Move your feet, and the body will follow.
As Moshe and I pressed forward with our journey to the top of the mountain, I asked him questions about life. He asked me questions about the internet. Overall, we had a great time getting to know each other, until he asked me the dreaded question.
Do you have big following on internet?
We're trying to build one.
Yeah.
We're trying to build one.
But instead of closing myself off to him, I saw that this might be a great opportunity to gain some wisdom.
Sometimes when, I work really hard, I forget to enjoy the work I'm doing. Have you ever felt that way too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
But you have to enjoy it most of the time, or else don't do it.
Right.
I opened up to him about how long I've been making content, how badly I wanted to succeed, and how all of that made me reflect on the failures that I made now. To which then he responded with this.
When you fall on your face so you can see what you're falling into, don't fall on your back. So you get up, dust yourself off, and if you're not failing, you're not doing anything, and that's the biggest failure of all.
As we continued on our journey, taking a break by a nearby helicopter pad, Mo showed me one of his favorite motivational speakers, Les Brown. But the whole entire time he was playing his words out loud, I couldn't stop thinking about the words that Moshe himself said to me. Could it be that the restlessness I had towards my content caused me to view my failures as personal attacks, when in actuality they were tools for my future reference? Did that mean I had to throw away that hunger altogether in order to start thinking about things that way? But before I could ask myself any further questions, I realized quite the interesting character traits in our good friend Moshe. That not only was he a friendly guy, but a Casanova, taking his chance to shoot his shot whenever he could. I couldn't help but think that perhaps he was giving me a lesson in making content, to put myself out there and try new things as many times as I could without attaching myself too much to the outcome. Or at least that's what I thought until he asked me the second dreaded question.
You have a girlfriend, brother?
No, I do not. I've never had a girlfriend.
Really? You gay or what?
No, I'm not gay.
Oh, no, no.
It was at that point I realized that maybe I shouldn't have been so vulnerable. The sunset was here, but so were we. Moshe and I had finally made it to our destination. We finally made it to the top, and the view was gorgeous. It was all I ever could have asked for, but I felt nothing. The view I had fought so hard to see was just that, another perspective. But when I looked back to see my travel companion standing right next to me, sharing the same view that I did, a little hint of joy had reached my soul. Because at that moment, I realized how much more beautiful the view was when I had someone next to me to thank for it. And that's when I realized I had a ton of people to thank. All of their help had culminated into a sense of gratitude that reached higher than I could ever contain on my own. But before I had any more time to reflect on it, Moshe and I were at the bottom of the trail. Our journey was over. And seeing as though I was tired and hungry, I was ready to go home. Until I saw Moshe walking right back up another trail. He still wasn't done with his hike. And that made me think, maybe When it comes to our journeys in life, it's important to not let our restlessness take us to any destination we can't see ourselves saying thank you by the end of. Trust me, I know it's so tempting to want to hold success without any help, but we should be careful. Because once we inevitably fail, we might be too stubborn to see that as something that can help us out as well. So take responsibility and take help too.
To be successful, you have to have people.
You have to have people.
You have to have people.
Because it might be that same help that pushes you to go further than you ever could on your own. So thanks, Moshe. I think that this is a view that I can be proud of. It's Fitz, and I overthought this, so you don't have to. Peace.
Two things you don't chase, brother. Women and buses. They're way too fast for you to catch.
The women or the buses? Which one's?
Both.